sir, Ski. Gotta keep it up, Ski. You gotta keep a good attitude, man. It's all bad, but it's all good though. You know, that's life. Sometimes you gotta tell yourself that when everybody else don't. Dead homies. It's smooth though. At least I got action. At least I ain't strandiosa. You know. God bless. God bless. God bless. It's always something, you know? No matter what you do in life, it's always gonna be something. You know, you gotta expect that. You gotta expect it. It is what it is. So, west. Gotta go west. Gotta go west. Gotta go west. Come back. Right? Right. Gotta go back to come back. And this air show ain't acting like it's AC. Maybe because I'm in Arizona, but shit, this AC ain't AC on the game. But it's all good though, gang. Boy Neptune Lagoon. Went through a little trial and tribulation, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Shit, you know? Gotta do what it do. And you know, God got a plan for everybody, you know? That's all I can say. I try to do the best that I can, but you know, if the wheel blow out, it just blow out. You feel me? Tire blew out on the trailer. It started swerving all in the back. I'm talking about relentlessly. Like the tire just blew. The tire just blew, gang. And I had my other truck on the back. And the next thing you know, my tire just popped. And shit, my ice cream truck was just swerving in the back, and y'all was live with me. And I was just swerving. And what I can say is God blessed me to the point to where when all this happened, I landed at an exit right where they do tires. But I can't get my tire done at this moment. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna have to wait, you know, till tomorrow morning. But with that being said, the tire place dude said, I seen you swerving. And he said, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You did a hell of a job because I thought you were gonna crash. I said, yeah. He was like, yeah. Everybody here said you did a hell of a job. I was like, good look. He was like, yeah, man. You know, things like that happen, and you know what I mean? He was like, luckily you're right here. You're safe. You didn't flip your truck, you know, and you have to look at it that way, because if you look at it another way, you're gonna down yourself, and you're not gonna even be able to accept help from someone else. Like when you distraught and you don't know how something happened or why something happened, when people get to, like, you call people and let them know what's going on, but then they say things that you don't need to hear at that time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need nobody telling me, oh yeah, well, you should have did it. You shouldn't have been on live. That don't have nothing to do with anything. So please, don't tell me that. But, you know, I don't know what it is about people in general. We'll just say people in general. People, I guess that's why people like negative YouTube, because it's more entertaining. I call people for help. Well, not even so much help, just to let them know what's going on with me. You know, my car almost flipped over. My tire blew out on the two-wheel toe. So, with all that being said, yeah, and I'm on live like how I am with y'all. And then all of a sudden I'm driving like this, you know, popping my little ish. And then all of a sudden my tire just blow, you know? And I'm talking about to the point to where I have a lot of my belongings in my van, you know, to move. So that van is heavy. So with the tire blowing out like that, it's not smooth, gang. And I just thank God that it didn't go south. And I thank God for my driving skills, because this is not the first time I heard somebody tell me that they see me do something and was like, nigga, I seen that. You saved the fuck out that car. Well, that's what I got today, y'all. And then with that being said, my tire blew on my two-wheel hitch, you know, to tow my other car to Atlanta. And where it blew out, I almost flipped the truck because my stuff was so heavy in there. But God blessed me to where my tire blew out at is a tire place at the exact exit where I'm at. So right now, I'm going to go pick up my hitch because I took my ice cream truck, parked it. Now I got my truck, and I was parked over there too. So now I'm finna pick up my hitch, and I gotta sleep. I gotta sleep here until the morning. But it's a lot more things in life you could complain about. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, what can I say? What can I do? You know what I mean? I got my life. I got my health. I got my strength. I could have died on live, gang, and y'all would have seen it. Like literally this tire just blew out. You know what I mean? And I had my family members, some of my family members was watching me. You know what I mean? Yeah. So right now, you know, and like I said, God bless me to literally be at the exit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. I'm literally at the exit, right? Now I'm finna hitch on to this, right? But I'm literally at the exit, right? You see this? And the tire place is right here. The tire place is right here, gang. You see what I mean? And that's how I know God be looking out for me, because even when I said as a YouTuber, I'm not a bullshit ass nigga. Oh yeah, for sure I'm gonna have to pull up in front. Yeah, ain't no pulling this. But yeah, God bless me to where I'm exactly at a stop. And hold on, y'all. Y'all gonna hear my helper. Hold on. Hello?
Okay, I found the rim and the tires, $250 for both.
Okay, where at?
I sent you the directions. That's tire.
I don't need both. I just need one.
You don't need the rim and tire?
Oh yeah, I thought you meant both, like both tires. My bad.
No, just one.
Yeah. Okay, two what?
It's called Best Tire.
How much?
$250.
Okay.
But the guy at the tire shop was like, you can call AAA and they'll send out someone to change the tire and the rim. But
Oh.
I didn't call them because you said that it wasn't in your name. But do you happen to know whose name it's in?
No. But why? But they could just change the tire off of you, right?
No, not off of me. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with AAA. It has everything to do with you.
Oh yeah. I don't know his name.
Well, if you don't know his name and you just want to hurry to get a tire, I'll send you the place.
Okay. Right now I'm finna.
Deal with it later.
Right now I'm finna hook up my hitch, and then if I get the tire, I'm gonna go ahead and have these people put it on over here.
Exactly.
All right, hold on. Or you can do your thing, or whatever you gonna do.
I sent you the thing. You need to go before it closes.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. little bit of help in life goes far. This shit is work though, gang. I ain't gonna lie, man. Just like I said, my dad always told me, if it ain't work, it ain't worth having. And that's what I'm feeling right now, you know? If it ain't work, it ain't worth having. All right, yep. So I just hooked the trailer on, gang, and finna get up off this road, you know, and you know, do what I need to do to take my ass to Atlanta. So ain't this YouTube? You know, so that's what I'm here for. You know, everybody have road problems. You know what I mean? And this is a mish. And I'm driving to Atlanta by myself, gang. By myself. No help. Even though I got a little help here on the phone, but do y'all know how it feels to be way in the middle of nowhere and then be by yourself? Even when people give you all the encouragement that they can in the world, you're not here with me. You know what I mean? It's like you by yourself. And then I had one person in the chat say, well, you say all these things like, you know what I mean? You a 40-year-old man. And I hear you, and I am. But there's nobody in life that went through life alone. There would be no need for other people in this world if you were supposed to handle everything by yourself. A lot of buildings wouldn't be built if it wasn't for help. So with that being said, like, what are you really telling me? You know what I mean? Is it just something to piss me off? Or is it just, you know, are you telling me something that's real? You know? Other than that, it's just babble. And at the same time, I'm a real man. I don't really like to talk about bullshit long. It really starts to hurt my feelings. It's like the more I listen to you, the dumber I get. You know, so and this thing finna cost me $250 right now, gang. Dead homies. This shit finna cost me $250. But look, my dad always told me when you travel, you always gotta keep some bread. Because you never know. You never know. I got this straight. And then this is what I said to myself. I was like, damn, U-Haul gave me some new tires. It don't matter. It don't matter about the new tires. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Them new tires, it don't matter. A new tire, nothing's perfect in life. You know what I mean? So what's a new tire, really? What is a new tire? A new tire could pop. A new car could do something tricky, you know? And I'm looking at a car right now. His truck is fucked up. And the way he parked, you could tell he got stuck out here, you know? That's why I said my blessings come from above. And I'm not even mad at it. I accept it. I accept it. And just like I told my peoples right now, I said, you know what? I said, everybody got the good advice for me right now, what I should have did, how I should have handled something, what I should handle, how I should handle it. And I said, you know what? For all these people that tell me I need to handle it this way and I need to do it this way. Well, you know, when I left, I told several family members, hey, I need some help. Hey, I need a driver. Blah, 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 blah. I can't wait for someone else to feel it's time. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have some get up and go about yourself, man. And get up and go has always led me to a W. Why? Because I don't wait on no one else. I take pride in that. I take much pride in that because I'm not a bullshitter. That's why I said YouTube would be easy for me. Why? It'll just be another job. Why? Because I can just push play. Every day is a life learning lesson. So with that being said, it is what it is. It is what it is. And you should see the way these people are looking at me right now. I'm driving slow, trying not to fuck up the shit. But all these truck drivers looking at me like they think it's my car that's fucked up, but it ain't my truck, it's the trailer. But you can see, you can tell how the way they looking at me like this nigga here, I can't do nothing about it, you know? But what I can say, God bless me. You know, me and my dogs is still living. You know, I'm still alive. Y'all would have seen it on live. Y'all would have seen it on live, gang. Dead homies. And like I said, I ain't never traveled this far by myself. So that's why I said, you know what? I'm gonna get back on live. Just to let everybody know, you know, what's the deal. And at the same time, not only the deal, tell them about the struggle. You know what I mean? It's a struggle coming out here this far by yourself. And then I got 2 babies with me. Even though my girl dog is big, it's still 2 babies. It's still 2 babies. So, you know what I mean? And then the last time my peoples got stranded, and they was like in Mississippi, they was almost to Atlanta. And they had something to do with the wind. It was like tornadoes about a month ago. It was raining with tornadoes. And when they called me, you know, I gave them words of comfort and this and that. And this is what I told them. The main thing, I said, you know what? At least all of y'all is together. Y'all ain't out there by yourself. I said, that's the number one thing. Y'all not by yourself. And that's what makes y'all be cool. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know no other way to tell them. Just even if you stranded, as long as y'all together is better. Because by yourself, nigga, that's a lonely place. So like I said, right now, I gotta spend the $250 on a new tire with rim. And then I'm a west side back on this E-way. You know what I mean? Finish my route. That's why I had to come back to YouTube. You know what I mean? Just like squabbling up, man. You can't be a buster. Can't be a buster, man. You can't let life tap you out. You got to keep it going, you know? So I'm going to keep it going. You know, it did fuck me up, though. I ain't going to lie. I ain't going to lie, man. When shit happen like this to you, you be like, damn, man, I can't never get a break. And you know what I mean? Whatever it is that you tell yourself. But, yeah. Let me holler at these folks. There we go.
Yes, what size tire are you?
Let me holler at this dude. And being in Arizona, it's some friendly ass white boys. Big dog. Big dog. I found a place with rim and tire. Will you guys be able to put it on for me? Okay, I got the directions and I'm gonna go pick it up right now. Thank you. Man, appreciate you. Yeah, so God bless me again, man. And like I said, man, even though I did my tricky dance moves in these streets, and I did tricky dance moves, I never headhunted niggas though. I never was the one to go out and spark beef just based on. Like you had to do something. Like when I got put on the hood, I didn't just like, oh, that's our enemies. Oh, I'm finna go bust on them niggas. No, I never had that motive. I never was like that. And if you want to say I wasn't like that, I was not like that. Hell no, for what? Why the fuck? Like, for what? What am I doing this for? You know, like, it don't make no sense. Why the hell would I just be doing damage to some motherfuckers I don't even fucking know? Like, we have no history to do nothing to each other, so why would I be on your ass like that? It wouldn't make no common sense. So, unhitch this hitch. I did bust my back light, but I got full coverage, so you know how that's gonna go. So I'm gonna call that in once I come back to Cali. I'm gonna make that claim. Other than that, no sirski. So I'm gonna get a whole new backlight, and shit, if I got a scratch, I'm gonna complain about that. Full coverage, you know. That's the point of having full coverage insurance, correct? You did. So now your boy got rid of the trailer. Oh, this the tire. This what blew out, gang. This what the tire looked like. That's what happened. That's what happened. So that's how that looked. That's what happened to me on live. So in case y'all wanted to know, you know, that's how my shit starts swerving on live. So, you know, it's like I was telling my peoples, don't get at me like I was doing something. You was on live and woo. Yeah, I could be on live all I want. That don't mean I'm driving crazy. You feel me? So don't get at me like that, you know? I know it's hot than a bitch though. We in Arizona, I can feel it. Best tire LL. 25 minutes. I gotta drive 25 minutes, gang. 25 minutes to where I gotta drive a 3-day drive, gang. But like I said, you know, it's either complain or say thank you, God, you know. I choose to say thank you, God. It's still early in the day, you feel me? And if I started happy, I'm in that way. But before I do, and since I am gonna be on the E-way for 25 minutes, man, I got to roll a big. Get it. But man, you know what I mean? If nobody can pump yourself up, if nobody can empower you for positivity, pump yourself up, man. Even if you don't feel like it. I'm fighting. I'm fighting within myself to be happy. You know? I'm fighting within myself to be happy. I'm fighting within myself to think better, you know? I'm blessed to have the money to pay for what I need, you know what I mean? So it's frustrating, but God got a plan for all of us. You know, that car could have flipped over on live. You You know, me, my dogs, everything else. You know, everything Say Less would have been, and y'all would have seen it live. And you know what these internet niggas would have did? Post me, probably talk shit. You feel me? But God bless me, and for that, I'm finna drive like an old lady. Cause I got so far to drive. Even when I told the highway patrol, he was like, "Damn, you got a long way to go." I was like, "You did?" He was like, "At least you're early." That's the man, and that's another thing the police said. He said, "Man, at least you're out here early. You know what I mean? You can get shit done. You can get your car hooked up if you need to. You know?" He said, "It's still early in the day." He said, "It's a Sunday, but you can get it done." So I was like, "For sure that, you know that." So I'm on my way, man. Y'all riding with me or what? We in Arizona. I'm finna get some gas. Yeah, I have to. That's why I was pulling over anyway. Oh, that's the reason why I was pulling over here in the first place, gang. I was coming over here to get gas. And right when I turned to try to get in the right-hand lane, my tire popped. I didn't know what it was. All I know is when I turned around, nigga, the back tire was the whole back ice cream truck was doing this. So then while I'm swerving like this, y'all see me on live, I'm swerving, but I'm trying to like, and like I said, the dude said I did a very good job. A very good job. Nigga said what's up to me, nigga, you walked in front of my car, dickhead. This nigga mad at me, he didn't turn around. Indian dude, truck driver. This nigga looking at me like I was the one wrong. This man walking straight ahead, right? Just say somebody walking in the same direction you driving. And then he merged over and almost get hit by you. He did throw his hands up like, what the fuck? Like, what are you? But anyway, I'm blessed. Way out, what's the city? I think it's Flagstaff. So I'ma still show y'all Arizona, you know what I mean? I'm still on the up and up, you know? At least I got my dough on me, you feel me? You know, got my dog safe. You know what I mean? It's a lot to be grateful for. I could tell y'all a lot of complaints, but I choose not to. For what? Negativity is not going to get me nowhere. And it's not going to bring me up by being negative. So that's already out. Don't expect that from me. Don't expect that from me, gang. Dead homies. Just like I tell the homies when they got life and shit like that for whatever they did, they be mad at me. I be like, look, bro. Just like they say, we all knew the script. And, you know, even though it's easier for me to say than done, it's still the truth. Because I was facing it. I faced it 3 times. But one thing I didn't do is get the yappity yapping. And they probably did try to put a informant in there on me. I can't knock them because, you know, I was in that era. But what I can say is, nah, they didn't do me like that. But I will tell y'all, every day I wake up, I say a prayer. Even though I ain't all churched out, every day I wake up, I pray. And it's my prayer, you know what I mean? And I make sure I'm not a buster and say the same prayer every day. That's what I make sure of. I never say the same prayer every day. And I always make it authentic, you know? But like I said, it's a lot to be mad about, but I have more to be grateful for. And with that, that's what I'm gonna choose to rock with, you know? I'm tired. Right now, even pushing the gas pedal, I guess my stress level is so up right now, my feet is catching cramps on the gas pedal. That's how much anxiety I have, but I'm also pushing out positivity. So, you know. But I choose that. I choose that. I choose that. No reason for me to go in on myself, because I am very hard on myself, and I know that. And I know that I'm so hard on myself. That's why I've been able to do everything that I've done so far. Because I critique myself in a major way. In a major way. All right, for sure that, for sure that. Yeah. But God bless me, man. It could have been all bad for me, you know. But my tire blew out, y'all. When I was on live earlier, my truck was swerving to the point it looked like it was gonna flip over on a dead Humvees. The tire bust, and now I gotta go get a tire and a rim. So that's what I'm on my way to, and you know, y'all still riding with me, you know, still road trip, still off to Atlanta, you know. Like I said, I choose positivity, and I'm not gonna be hard on myself. I already did that already, and you know, it don't feel good. It don't feel good. I've been really hard on myself, and to the point to where I was no good in a conversation. So with that being said, you know, yeah, that's all I can say. I'm so hard on myself that I get so frustrated that it's hard for me to even get help. Even when I'm calling for help, it's hard for me to get help because, you know, stress, anxiety. And then I always find myself doing it by myself. That's what I always say. So it's like to me, it's like jail time. It's nothing new to me. It's nothing new. Everybody say they helping you. Everybody say they with you. And then when you tell them how much they're not around, friends, family, exes, they tell you a lot of things that they helped you do. And then it becomes, I shut down because now it's like a tit for tat. And I'm not finna go there with you. We're not doing no tit for tat. So, you know, if you want to pull a tit for tat, then this is what I'm gonna tell you. I'm not finna tell you and rewind all the things that I helped you do. That's what I'm not finna do. And if that's what you want to do, you on your own. I ain't helping you. You know, straight up, you on your own. I'm not doing no tit for tat when I know better. And that's I be thinking that's part of the manipulation. That's real life manipulation. Tit for tat. I really don't like that, honestly. Because it's like, why are you mentioning all this when you know goddamn well, you know, I help my brother, I help my sister, I help friends, I help family. And then you gonna tell me, remember when I bought you this? You wasn't saying that, did? Oh, yeah, remember when I was at your house and I helped you do this and I took you to go get this? I'll be like, yes, I know, but I'm not the one that mentioned what you just mentioned right now. You doing the tit for tat. I hated that since a kid. That tit for tat shit, I never liked. I never liked that shit. Like, you really want me to break down? Like, you really gonna break down the things that you've done? Okay, cool. If I break down the things that I done, then what is gonna be like? Well, you did it. I'm not gonna further the argument. For what? It's senseless. It's senseless. So, it is what it is, man. And I'm glad I'm able to articulate my words to let y'all know how I'm coming. That's the whole point of a YouTube. Because it's your television. People tune in to see what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Because they know you got something to say. You just ain't babbling. And I ain't talking about what's on the internet all day. I'm talking about real life stuff. And just like I told my peoples, I said, you know what? The funny thing about this is, if it happened to you, I would be giving you words of encouragement, just like I did last time and told you. Hey, I understand y'all in the rain. Hey, I understand y'all close to a tornado. Y'all all together. So if y'all all together, y'all all, that's enough mouths to, each one say something, or a couple, But when you by yourself, you left to your thoughts. And your thoughts ain't always so friendly. Especially when they say stupid shit. Like right now, I'm on live, right? Let it happen right now again. And as I'm driving right now, they gonna say, "Oh, if you wasn't on live, it wouldn't." What does live have to do with anything? But it's good though. But it's good though, And that's why I said, at least I got the shoulders to bury it. Because everybody else be playing. Everybody else be playing. I believe me doing that time made me mentally strong too. Because I seen a lot of people go that special place where suspect went when they say they want to do something to themselves. I seen a lot of people go. I seen some gangster niggas go. But sometimes they just can't deal with reality. Everybody needs counseling, whether you want to admit it or not. Being left to your thoughts ain't always the right way. You might be a good person, but left to your thoughts is not always the right move. But I do got a beautiful scenery though. I just hate that shit. I'm taking 44 minutes out of my drive out of it, but I'm tired as hell too, gang. I've been driving since last night, if y'all didn't know. Yeah, real talk. Driving since last night, gang. I was gonna tap in last night, but I was like, fuck, it's too dark. I don't want to drive with the light on. I don't know how the police do on these roads. I'm happy y'all alive though. Champ right here with me. And my dogs don't have a care in the world. They have no idea what just happened. I guess that's my comfort too though. But they can't really help me get out of a situation. It ain't like a human. But you gotta take what God give you. And I ain't complaining. It is what it is, gang. I'm glad I had assistance. It was a dude that pulled over with a lowrider on top of his bed. This nigga went out his way to help me. And not only that, he pulled me out. He saved me AAA. And then AAA told me, you know what AAA told me? Oh, since it's not a car, a trailer is not covered in your plan. What? Couldn't believe they said that, gang. They totally pissed me off with that. They pissed me off with that shit. I can't lie to y'all. They totally pissed me off with that. And that's when I went into a shutdown rage. It wasn't like it was a shutdown rage, like I can't catch a break type shit. No. When you start feeling like majorly sorry for yourself. And I hate going that way with myself. Because I know I'm not a bum. I'm not a bum. I'm not a Bosco. I'm alive. I'm finna get this little dude out of here because he really fucking up my program right now. He know he ain't supposed to be in the front. And he just always find his way to the front seat. He's a real stubborn puppy. He's way worse than my girl in many, many ways. He know he not supposed to boo-boo. He know he not supposed to pee. He know where to do it. But then he'll go for the walk. You take him to the park, handle his business. He running around. He walking next to my leg like he can't go, like he's so scared of the world, he got to stay next to me. And then don't boo-boo, don't pee. And as soon as we go home, he'll go, drink some water, and then he'll quietly get missing. He really grinds my gears. But it's what I asked for, right? I wanted another dog, right? So you got to pay the fee. And I'm paying it. And that's why on the back end, he gonna get me paid. When I get him in Atlanta, oh yeah, he's going on a chain. I don't care how cute everybody say he is. Oh, blah, 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 blah. He's on a chain. He will get the biting on legs of dining room sets for no reason. He will chew on the edge of your couch for no reason. He does things that my girl Rottweiler has never even thought of. So, since I see it now, I gotta put a stop to it. Man, these mountains look nice in Arizona. Watch, I'm gonna show y'all. I should have been showing y'all the other time, the first time. But this is Arizona. Yeah. Gotta go get me a new tire and rim. God spared my life, so, But this is Arizona, gang. Good look, bro. Yeah, man, my tire blew out. So now, and it had me go all off in a ditch, and God bless me to be right there by I literally, God bless me to where, whoa, shit. God bless me to where the very exit that the tire blew out is a tire place right there, but it's a truck tire place. But I'm able to hold my stuff there. I was able to have somebody pull me out the rut. AAA said they don't do trailers, they just do cars. And I went through some shit. That's why it took me some time to get back to y'all, because I had to get myself together, gang. I was falling apart, gang. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was falling apart. I was really, really falling apart. Just being honest. One of those I can't catch a break type things, But thank God for everything. Good look it out. This cigarette went back in my lungs. I was almost I was like gagging right now, gang. But when I would drive usually slower, I'm gonna drive like an old lady, and we gonna get to Atlanta, and y'all gonna go with me. It ain't over, dog. It ain't over. So it's what it is, gang. Welcome to AZ. Welcome to AZ, y'all. Say less moments. Yeah, I'm gonna take my time. I got to, you know what I mean? I got to. God bless me. So, and I know he did. And God know I'm the type of person to recognize what he did for me, That's why I say he always looked out for me. Yep. So it is what it is, gang. I guess I'm gonna just push 55 the whole way. I thank y'all for y'all support, man. Like I said, I was live. Some of y'all seen what was going down. My tire just popped, gang. And I ain't gonna lie, like I said, when I left U-Haul yesterday, I was like, man, they gave me some new tires too. Like, you know. It's all good. You know what I mean? I just got to keep saying that to myself, because I could think about a lot of negative, but I won't. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. And that's what I want for everybody else too, you know? If you feel that way, choose to think differently. Just choose it. Just choose it. Choose to think differently. Because it ain't easy. I think I missed my stop. But we might just be here. But I'm going 60 miles per hour, and I'm not pressing it. You know, I would rather drive this way than any other way. But welcome to AZ, y'all. It ain't over. Neptune Lagoon. Feel me? Neptune Lagoon still stepping. Still stepping. But welcome to AZ, gang. Welcome to AZ, gang. Safeway. You know you in another state when they got Safeway. Like Safeway grocers? Like, come on, man. They don't got that nowhere in LA. Yep, I know y'all liking my show. Y'all liking the Neptune show? This filled with drama and some out. What I thought too was, when that highway patrol Arizona cop came through, I thought he was gonna ask hella questions. But I guess the way I was handling myself, you know? Oh, I must have missed my exit. I must have missed my exit. So one exit too far. And my puppy is sleeping a strange way, to where he's standing up, but he's sleeping on my blankets. But he's got his eyes closed like he's really going to sleep, you know? But that's what it is, man. That's what it is. There's nothing I could do about that, you feel me? If a tire blow, I can't do nothing about that. It could have been tragic, gang. Very, very tragic. And I never drove this far by myself. So I kind of do need YouTube, you know what I mean? And y'all feedback and stuff like that, because it get lonely on the road, though. You can have all the music in the world. Just imagine riding by yourself for 3 days. How would you feel? My family traveled together, and they was talking about how draining it was. And they had 3 drivers. That's why I said, like, to say what happened to me was because I was on live. I don't want to hear that. I do not want to hear that. There's nothing good about telling me that. That's not helping. But like I said, deep breaths. You got to talk to yourself sometimes, you know? You ain't crazy because you talk to yourself. Sometimes you got to talk to yourself to get them evil thoughts and negative thoughts out your head. Now you can tell I'm in the hills. I'm in the mountain areas. So that's why it's reconnecting. I'm all around. I would turn it around, but I do want to drive safe. I'm all around mountains right now. So it's tricky dance moves. See? There we go again. Yep. There we go. There we go. Tripping. Now it's acting fried. It's acting fried. Like, it's literally acting fried. Wow. 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 Yeah, I was on live right now, you know, talking to my peoples. And literally, the phone did this. And I was on live giving encouragement to people while because it's helping me